Hey guys, what's going on, man? Mark, and welcome back to the Portion of Wrestling podcast. It's the biggest milestone that we've hit. It's episode 60. Wow.
Woo!
Whoa! And that voice you heard, the first one, is the guy who I'm going to do it with. It is the Dr. Neocortex to my Crash Bandicoot.
No.
Hancha. What?
No, why Neocortex? Why?
What's wrong with Neocortex?
Oh, he's not quite Crash, is he?
I am joined by the engine to my Crash Bandicoot, Hancha. I'd take that. Engines bosses are the best, so take it.
Fine.
That's definitely snow.
Oh, you're getting. I heard that it's, apparently this week it's meant to be so painfully cold, like ridiculously cold.
Good.
You like the cold, yeah?
Yeah. It's better than I'd rather be too cold than too hot. I think that's just.
I agree with that, yeah. But I'd rather it, because in this country it doesn't get that hot, so I'd rather it be like warm.
And then when it does, Americans always say, "Oh, can't put up with the heat." Yeah, come over here. Don't have aircon because our houses don't have that because we don't need it.
True.
Bitches.
True.
So Elimination Chamber was last night, and it wasn't that great. It's average at best. Let's run through the card and we'll do predictions and stuff. Spoilers, predictions with a fucking whitewash.
Oh, was it?
The winner absolutely annihilated.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Gallows and Anderson on the pre-show versus Dallas and Axel. I didn't watch it. I don't watch pre-show because I've got better things to do with my time. But Gallows and Anderson won. And after it, they cut backstage to an interview with The Revival. Now, I don't know if that's a return, but we mentioned them.
We literally just did mention them. Was it the last one?
Yeah.
No, yeah, you was like, hang on, where's the Revival?
Yeah, because we were going through and just say, if you want to lock it in. And I just went, where the fuck's The Revival?
Yeah. That's
now, I don't know if that's a return, but I'm counting that.
Yeah.
Because they weren't on the card.
Yep.
So,
sounds about right. Have
that one. Somebody is definitely watching. Main show, though, kicked off with the Women's Chamber match.
So it did start with this match then?
Did start with the Chamber match.
You thought it was going to main event, didn't you?
Yeah. I had the men's one to open and then this one to main event.
But then you forgot Roman.
Roman, obviously. Long Roman wins. So you had Sasha, Mickey, Mandy and Alexa in the pod with Sonya and Bayley starting it off. And it's the same chamber as last year, the one with all the padding on the floor, so it's just trash compared to the old one.
Yeah, it's not the same.
So it was just, nothing really happened until the first person to enter, and that was Mandy Rose, so you had 2-on-1 against Bayley, and then Sasha came out, and that evened up the scores a bit. And Sasha came in and pretty quickly got rid of Mandy Rose. So, twice now, she's been first eliminated. Eliminated first from the Rumble. Now eliminated first from this. So, not that great. Sasha made Mandy tap out. And literally straight after that, Mickie James was the next woman to enter. The penultimate woman. Is that the right word? The one from last? I think that's right. Gets in. And then Mickie got elimination. She scaled way up to the top of a pod and jumped onto Sonya, and that pinned her. And then literally straight after that, Mickie was eliminated from belly to belly from Bayley. Awful. I don't like that finish.
Yeah, I understand it, but yeah, it's a bit weak.
It's a punt. And then Alexa Bliss came out with Sasha and Bayley wanting to team up on her because they're arseholes. Alexa just kept on getting out the way until Sasha finally got her while they were on top of a pod.
Did Sasha turn heel, by the way?
A little bit.
Because I'm reading this here. It says Banks finally turned on Bayley.
Yeah. A bit of teasing. Like Sasha and Alexa were up on the top of the pod, and then Sasha put her hand down as if to help Bayley up, and then kicked Bayley down to the floor.
Good stuff.
And then the commentators were just calling a regular splash a frog splash, which just annoyed me. We all know what a frog splash is, where you tuck your legs in and then extend them. It was just a regular splash.
Oh, damn.
Crowd started to chant, "This is awesome," average at best.
Oh, really? What I'm reading here, it says this match was better than the men's one.
I don't know.
It said this match lived up to expectations, especially compared to the men's match in terms of storytelling and high spots. So they're saying it's better.
I don't know. I'd say they were both about the same for me anyway. Bailey was next out. She hit her belly to belly on Sasha from the top rope, and literally as she was about to go for the pin, Bliss rolled her up and kept her down.
Why didn't she let her eliminate Sasha and then what?
Because, I don't know.
Surely you would just wait.
Idiots. That's a great storyline. Whoever wrote that article, get gone.
Yeah, true.
Alexa then hit a twisted Bliss from the top of a pod to a standing Sasha on the outside. Cool? It looked alright. It looked weird because Sasha was stood up. I think that's...
Oh, well, yeah, I guess she might have killed her if she didn't while she was laying down.
It was on the outside, and then the commentators were just, she needs to get her back in the ring to pin her. Because I'm pretty sure back in the day, you could get pinned outside.
You could pin outside, you could.
So why have they suddenly swapped that?
I have no idea why that's the thing.
Stop interfering. But you definitely could.
I don't know.
But anyways, she hit the Twisted Bliss, and Sasha immediately rolled through into a bank statement. And so they rolled under the bottom rope, still in the lock. Sasha tried to roll again. Bliss stood up. And then Sasha tried to climb the pod. Alexa pulled her legs, so she went first into the pod. And then hit a hanging DDT from the top rope and into the pin to retain her title.
That's how she won?
Yeah. After the match, in-ring interview with Alexa Bliss. Alexa putting on the tears, saying she did this for every woman, a little girl. But she
Are you serious? Did they turn her face?
No, she turned it smoothly.
Oh.
Literally, she was going, I did this because none of you will achieve anything in your lives.
Oh, wow.
She had tears in her eyes and then gone.
Wow.
It was a good heel promo.
Wow, okay, fair enough.
She's good. Shame she's losing at Mania. Let's just throw it out there.
Yeah, of course she is.
So Alexa Bliss won to retain. I think it was pretty obvious. Well, because I predicted Sasha at last moment. Get in. Next match, you had Titus Worldwide versus Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team titles. Wow. Just chuck this together.
So what I'm reading is, this relatively short match produced a predictable ending.
Yeah, it was... I didn't really watch it. I just skipped through. It was something that I didn't know when we recorded the predictions. They've actually changed Apollo Crews' name.
Are you serious? To what?
To just Apollo. The reason... We've actually got a reason. It's pretty morbid.
Here we go.
But I'll mention it anyway. The recent school shooter, the most recent one, you can't just say the, because fucking hell.
Yeah, too many.
Yeah, they had the last name of Cruz.
Really?
Spelt a different way. The shooter's name was spelt as in cruise control. And Cruz is spelled Crews. So they've changed it. Well, and I'm not too sure why.
So are they scared that kids might think, he's related to the school shooter?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I know. Americans aren't the brightest.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're not going to think that a scrawny white kid and quite a built black man, they're going to go, they're related.
Exactly.
They've got the same last name, but it's spelled differently. Hey, Cruz. I don't care how it's spelled. They're related. Obviously brothers.
What? That's a weird explanation.
And of course, Cesaro and Sheamus won. Of course they did. Come on now. Who predicted any otherwise? Oh, that's right. Hi. After you snaked on me last minute.
Yeah. I thought, wait a second. They're black, they're not going to win.
So Cesaro and Sheamus retained. Obviously, don't know what they're going to do at Mania.
So apparently what I'm reading here is they won with a sidewalk slam.
Yeah, it was
sidewalk slam. What?
No, it was Cesaro. No, Sheamus had Apollo in like the white noise.
Oh, okay. I've seen. Oh, did he jump off the rope?
Yeah, he normally jumps off the top rope, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But this time he springboarded.
Oh, okay.
So it was just that, really.
They gave them grades as well. They said this match was a C grade. I'm going to go back and... They gave A- for the women's match.
I wouldn't give it that much. It's a B. Nia Jax versus Asuka. If Nia won, she's added to the Raw Women's title match. What's that article saying about this?
So, the undefeated streak. Asuka sold power moves for the majority of the match, with each one of her rallies snuffed out in violent fashion.
It was a squash match, pretty much.
Wait!
Nia, for 99.9% of the match, was on top. Right up until the ending, when she was going for what looked like a powerbomb, Asuka reversed it, rolled her up and won.
Oh, how cheap! She won with a roll-up?
She won with a roll-up.
Trash.
And then after the match, Nia attacked Asuka. And Asuka looked very weak in this match.
So she got dominated, won by luck, and got beaten up after the match. So they made her look trash.
Yes.
It could have been a C+, by the way.
Get out. Take whatever you're reading and chuck that in the bin. So Asuka won, so it's staying as Asuka versus Alexa for the title of Mania, unless some shenanigans happen.
This is stupid to make Jax just look this rough, or just not even that. Just Asuka make look so weak. Like.
Mental. Next, you had Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt.
I forgot about that match.
Didn't watch this one.
Forgot.
I'm quite intrigued as to what this article says about it.
Wow, I just read Matt Hardy defeated Bray Wyatt.
Matt Hardy did beat Bray Wyatt.
Clean, was it?
Yeah. Bray was going for Sister Abigail. Matt got out, ducked the clothesline, twist of fate.
It says this match, however, was largely forgettable, in part due to the crowd's preference to focus on beach balls and the wave. Oh wow!
They got the beach balls out. Oh.
C-, they gave us.
C-? Do they think the grading system starts at C?
They might. They might.
Yeah, it was a pretty boring match. C. No, that means average.
Yeah, what the hell? Well, I got a C back in school. I was like, hey, not bad. Not bad.
I was like, oh, yes, get in.
Yeah.
I'll take that. That's enough to pass.
Exactly.
So Matt Hardy won. And
I can't believe Bray lost clean.
Of course he did.
Guy.
And then we had the contract signing for Ronda.
Wow, I saw this, yeah.
Kurt Angle, Triple H, and obviously Steph were there, because Trips was putting her over in the intro. Ronda came out, picked up a mic, and struggled.
What did I tell you about her?
I've got in my notes. I'm pretty sure Hancha mentioned that she's not known for being a good talker.
She's not. Her press conference and stuff, she'd always just be. She's good at like the face-offs because she's got an intense face,
intense stare.
Yeah, she generally looks like she wants to kill you, but she has no charisma and she can't talk. It's always been this way in the UFC. So I was like, she's not going to be able to cut a good promo, man. People are going to turn on her, and you already saw it was like very 50-50.
Holly Holmes chance we got.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, very very faint, but you could just make it out.
That's hilarious.
Doesn't really help her badass stigma when she started to choke up when the crowd chanted her name and mentioning Roddy Piper. And the camera cut to ringside. Did you spot anyone in particular?
No, I didn't.
I spotted Cain Velasquez and Daniel Cormier.
No way, Cain Velasquez was there.
I think it's Cain Velasquez.
I mean, Cormier, I'm not surprised because Cormier is always. He's a big wrestling fan. He literally talks about wrestling all the time, even in the UFC.
It was Cain Velasquez. And yeah, I've just Googled him just to make sure it was him. And on Twitter he put first WWE event. I could feel at home here. Brock Lesnar, I wouldn't mind taking another belt from you.
No way did he say that.
He said that on Twitter.
I might have to go like that. Velasquez is a beast.
So yeah, it was that, and just before Ronda was signed the contract, Triple H and Kurt were having a bit of an argument. And,
Kurt stumbled over his line.
Kurt then shoots from the hip, and not actually, but kayfabe terms, he shoots.
Yeah.
He just basically says how Triple H and Steph want to manipulate Ronda because of what she did at Mania 21.
Oh, 21, yeah.
Mania 31. He does a quote from Trips where, in kayfabe term, Triple H says, 3 years in the making, and we finally own the bitch.
Yeah.
I don't care in what circumstance, in a movie, in TV, in storyline, I would not call Ronda a bitch.
Yeah,
if she's there.
Yeah, true. True. Which is going to get into a huge problem I had with this when we get to it, but... First of all, her being smiley and still babyface is annoying. I mean,
it looks like they might have... It looked like they might have stopped that in the second half of it, which...
Yeah.
Kurt again, calling up Steph and Triple H, claiming that Steph said Ronda is a has-been and even Stephanie could take her.
Which there you go. That pretty much confirms the match. Yeah.
Ronda put the pen down, got in Steph's face.
But I was like, break her neck.
I mean, she is. I could take her. It's a joke.
Sure. Yeah.
It's a joke.
I believe you.
Brock Lesnar, though, I could take him.
100%.
From that video a few years ago on your channel, I stand by that statement.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar, come on, I'm still here. Where are you?
Yeah, he's the coward. You don't want nothing.
I'm not backing down.
Exactly.
I'm not backing down. If I ever meet him, God, I'm just gonna take that video down. Where we go, oh yeah, Hancha, I'm gonna meet Brock Lesnar. If you don't take that video down, we're not speaking ever again.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Ronda squaring up to everyone.
Oh, maybe Brock has finally arrived at Mark's house.
No, Brock, please.
Oh, so it was true.
Yeah, Brock's here. So, Brock, that's enough now. You can go away. Get out. Out. Bad Brock. Bad. Pussy.
Damn.
Ronda was squaring up to everyone. Triple H got Steph out the ring. It went back to Ronda where she flipped him through the table. And then Steph, being the best wressler ever lived, the hardest woman on this planet, slapped Ronda in the face.
And this is what I was saying about trash, because you're telling me in any circumstance Ronda doesn't break her arm after this?
I'm pretty sure Ronda could have just caught the hand.
Yeah, easily. In fact, she wouldn't have even flinched from that slap. I mean, yeah, she's got a weak chin, but it's a Stephanie McMahon slap. She's not going to even budge off that. Come on.
Ronda didn't say anything, just stared at her. Give that. What you just do?
Yep.
Oh,
but didn't hit her. Why?
Yeah, didn't hit her. Signed the contract and dropped it on Triple H.
Trash.
If the second part of the segment, that's what Ronda needs to be.
She
Don't
does,
say
yeah.
out, just stare.
Except the part where she lets Stephanie McMahon get away with the slap. That's the only part.
So I think it's a 100% now pretty much in stone. Triple H and Steph versus Ronda and another person at Mania. Probably Angle after the segment.
Oh, yeah, true.
Because she was playing that up as well. Just I'm a big fan of you, Kurt. You know, you were an Olympic medalist. I'm an Olympic medalist. I don't know if she is. Is she?
Yeah.
What in judo?
Yeah.
Not as daft as I look. Pretty daft though. So Ronda doesn't have a title match at Mania, which
good
is,
because I thought they might do that. You know.
I thought as well, but there's three people there that can kind of hide her.
Yeah, that's true.
Inexperience, I think, is the right word. Especially Kurt. I mean, there you go.
Kurt yeah, I mean, he's not the old Kurt.
Match.
He's not the old Kurt though. But yeah,
he's Kurt though.
Yeah.
He could carry me to a good match.
Probably, yeah.
I'll just lay there. I'll just sandbag him. Just take me, Kurt.
They gave this a B+. I think that's about right.
I'd agree with that one.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Main event time, we're there already. Yes, nothing happened. Braun Strowman versus Elias versus Cena versus Roman versus The Miz versus Balor versus Seth Rollins in the first ever 7-man Elimination Chamber. Why 7? So we were right. Did start off as a triple threat.
Yeah. By the way, it says the first thing it says here is the predictable year-long build to the WrestleMania 34 main event has begun. That's the first thing they say before any results or anything. I was like, yeah.
Start with The Miz, Balor, and Rollins, and Braun, Cena, Roman, and Elias in the pods. Miz just wanted to team up with someone for the opening. He went to Seth. He was like, "Yeah, we can get Balor," and he said no. And then he went to Balor and went, "Yeah, we can get Rollins." And he even threw up a 2-sweet with Balor, and Balor didn't 2-sweet him back, which is just disrespectful, really. You can't, if someone throws up a 2-sweet, you can't just not do it. It's like stabbing somebody's dog. It's the same level. But Rollins and Balor teamed up to get Miz out before they went at it for a bit. And John Cena was in first, because of course he is. Came out with a big shit-eating grin. Just coming in, yeah, look at me. Look at me. I'm natural. Piss off. Like you shit. No one is. Get gone.
So apparently this match was very vanilla-like, is what they said, in quotation.
Wow. I take that as a personal insult.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they
what
meant
did you just
like,
call me? What?
Bland.
Cena got in Rollins' face, pushed him, and Cena just laughed at him.
So apparently the crowd was dead as well.
Yeah.
This incredibly slow start wasn't helped by the dead crowd.
Yeah, was it? I mean, what could you do?
Fair enough.
Everyone was waiting for Braun, pretty much.
Ah, yeah, fair enough.
Cena hit the 5 moves of doom and then hit a double 5-knuckle shuffle on Miz and Rollins. Neither of them connected or even came close. Roman was out next, and he came out. He's the big dog, and he was on top.
Don't you hate it? When Cole does that, look.
He's the big dog. He's the biggest big dog of all big dogs.
Oh god.
His yard now. And next person came out. Nothing happened, and it was Braun because Elias was confirmed to be out last.
Oh yeah.
And Braun was going after everyone, apart from the Miz, because he ran away. He literally ran away, which is clever.
Yeah, it makes sense. And it suits Miz's character.
It does. But Braun took out everyone and then just turned to look at Miz. And he climbed the pod, but in no time at all, Braun was up there.
Braun climbed it?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'd say in about, how, because he is massive, I'd say it took him about 3 or maybe 2 climbs or steps and he was up.
Wow.
He up there like that. What a man.
He's like a legit 6'8" guy.
He's a cruiserweight. Yeah. Look at him. Get him on 205 Live. 100%. So he was hitting Miz off of the plastic up top. Because it's not... Don't try and tell me it's glass. Don't even lie to me. And then he just threw Miz off. Onto everyone, really. Braun was then taunting Elias for a bit. Turned around, picked up the Miz, and hit him with a power slam, so Miz was out first. And, then Elias came in, but not really because he stayed at the pod.
I was about to say, I bet he did. Yeah, I knew it. I bet he did that.
Braun was stood up, everyone else on the floor. Elias just went, nah, I'm good, thanks.
So was Braun killing everyone? Because it says Roman had a dominant run in which he kicked out of countless finishing moves.
Who was that, Braun or Roman?
Yeah, no, Braun.
Yeah, Braun got 5 eliminations.
Yeah, I just read that as well. So he literally eliminated everyone
apart from Roman.
I said in the preview, I bet Roman eliminates him by himself to make him look more of a beast.
Because he's the big dog. And so Elias stayed in his pod. Everybody went up on Braun, hitting a quadruple powerbomb. And
really?
With all 4 men on top of Braun kicked out.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And Cena hit an AA on Braun, and I was like, don't you dare. You dare. And then Braun kicked out with 1.
Oh,
straight out.
Bury that standing fireman's carry, yes.
Roman with a spear on Braun. Braun kicked out at 2.
He kicked out with the spear?
Yeah. Seth him with a curb stomp, but Braun rolled out the ring.
I was about to say, I bet they didn't even kick out with a curb stomp.
Then Fit hit a coup de grace, but he was already outside.
Ah, okay.
And then after everybody else was just like, yo, Braun's, he's dead. Let's just go after each other. They're all hitting finishes on each other. And then Elias just walks in. He's just, yo, what's happening, everyone? And then he pins everyone, but they all kicked out. So, And then Elias was on top for a bit. Hit a nice spinning settle powerbomb on Roman, but then went for the same move on Braun Strowman.
Good luck. Good luck with that.
He couldn't get him up. His back gave out. Braun picked him up into a power slam, and then Elias was gone.
Wow.
And then yet again, everybody trying to team up on Braun. Why? He's a nice man.
Yeah.
He looks friendly. And so they're all hitting moves. Cena's on the top rope. Jumped at Braun. Braun caught him. Power slam at Cena, was gone.
Yes!
And then Balor, he came in with his decent flurry. He nearly got Braun eliminated with a coup de grace to the back of the head, which looked alright. But Braun kicked out at 2, because of course he did. Then Seth and Roman were going after Finn, but Finn got the better of him because he's the best wrestler to ever live.
I guess.
He then hit a coup de grace on Roman, and then Braun came in, power slam, and Finn Balor was gone.
Wait, so he hit the coup de grace on Roman though?
Yeah.
He didn't pin him?
Yeah. As he was going for it, Braun just plucked him up and power slammed him.
That's literally what I just said it earlier. Why would he wait until he eliminates Roman and then...
Could you just say, oh, it's Braun? He doesn't think. He just acts.
I suppose so.
So the final three was Roman, Rollins, and Braun, and former
Then because
Shield
they teamed
Buds.
up on him.
Former Shield Buds went for Braun, throwing him into the steel wall a couple of times before Rollins went for Roman.
Oh,
hitting a buckle bomb on Roman, and I was like, oh god, here we go. He's another injury. Bret Hart's going to be pissed. He hit the buckle bomb, and Roman does that thing that he does. He just no-sells it, walks straight out, Superman punch.
Again, he's done that so many times now, hasn't he?
And then Michael goes, oh, he's used the momentum against him. Piss off, you tart.
Oh gosh.
And then Braun started to wake up, went after Seth, tried to lift him up. Rollins wriggled free, climbed to the top of a pod. Braun was going up there again. And then Roman came in for him, got him down. Braun rolled into the ring. Seth hit a frog splash, an actual frog splash this time, from the top of the pod. But Braun kicked out at 2.
And he still kicked out.
And he was kicking out everything. Then they were going for a shield bomb, as Michael Cole loves to call it. The absolute virgin. Braun got out and drop kicked Roman out the ring. Seth hit a few super kicks, was going for a curb stomp, and then Braun power slam. Seth was gone.
So it came down to Roman.
Roman and not Seth, Braun.
So how the hell did he pin him then? If he's kicked out of everything so far, what got him out? Did he literally chuck the chamber at him?
Yeah, he picked it up. He was just going, the big dog. He put it on his shoulder and went, this is my yard now. Both of them were on the outside. Roman in front of a pod. Braun ran at him. Roman dodged. And Braun went through one of the pods there. And, Roman, Superman punch. Braun falls in the ring. He hit Braun with another one. Went for a spear. Braun picked him up. Went for a power slam. Roman got out of it. Another Superman punch. Hit a spear. Braun no-sold it straight back up.
What kind of like Brock did?
Yeah.
When they had that. Oh.
And then Roman just hit another one and pinned him. So, didn't last long.
So he kind of squashed Braun when it came down to the 1v1?
Pretty much. It was very quick.
Because all I heard from you was Superman punch, Superman punch, he spears, Superman, and then he just won.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Wow.
So Roman won. And finally, we're getting the match we all want. Roman versus Brock.
Don't even joke about that, okay?
3 years in the making.
Stop
the
it.
best long-term story in WWE history.
Stop it.
But after the match, Braun attacked Roman as well, so still Braun looking like a tank. Hit 3 running power slams and then threw him through another pod. So at least Braun looks strong. And,
do you think there's any chance they add Braun to the match at Mania and it's
they should.
That's what I'm just thinking. The only bad thing is that would mean Braun's getting pinned because they'd only add him into that match so that Roman could pin Braun. That's the only way they do it.
If Braun gets added, Brock Lesnar's extended his contract because his contract's due run out.
Right. Yeah.
But if they want him to stick around, they'll put Braun and then have Braun take the pin.
So then, Brock, stick around, man, because they did that last time. Literally, that's what they did with it, wasn't it? With Roman pinning Reigns instead. They only did that so Brock would stick around. Yeah, that might happen.
We all knew Roman was winning, but they made Braun look like an absolute weapon.
I mean, that's fair enough, but where do you go with that, though? What's Braun going to do at Mania?
At least he wasn't buried. Well,
I guess, but...
I mean,
who's he going to face at Mania? Freaking Miz? Elias, maybe?
Everyone.
Oh,
and he wins. Because he's a machine. He's the machine among men. So that's Elimination Chamber done. One less pay-per-view down until Mania. But when is it? Is it early April?
This got C-, by the way.
The show?
The joint lowest... No, it's just this match. The joint lowest match on the card. This got the
same as Bray's...
Yep, Bray and... Matt.
It's a bit harsh.
Nia Jax versus Asuka got C+ at least.
I swear they think they do think the grading system started to C.
Well, to be fair, the result might have something to do with it. With Roman winning, might have dragged it down a grade or two. So, which I completely understand.
So, Chamber's done. One less pay-per-view to Mania. Can't wait. It's shaping up to be the best show ever.
Yeah.
We're finally going to get the decisive winner of Roman versus Brock. But who cares about that winner? Let's see the winner of predictions. God, that was smooth. You are the reigning, defending portion of wrestling champion of the world. Pre-show Gallows and Anderson versus the Miz Taraj. We both had Gallows and Anderson 1-1. The women's chamber match. The actual elimination order was Mandy out first, Sonya second, Mickey third, Bayley fourth, Banks last, and then Bliss won. Hancha, you got 3. You got Mandy out first, and you got Sasha and Bayley at the end. Not Sasha and Bayley, Sasha and Alexa, sorry.
Yeah.
And I got none. Absolutely none.
Seriously?
Absolutely none. I think we can all tell where this prediction is going right now. Titus Worldwide versus Cesaro and Sheamus. You took Cesaro and Sheamus at the last minute, you snake. And I stuck with my boys, Titus Worldwide. So it's 5-1 to Hancha, and that's the third match of the night. Nia versus Asuka. You went with Asuka, I went with Nia. I went for like some kind of shenanigans. 6-1 to Hancha. Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. You went with Bray Wyatt, I went with Matt Hardy. 6-2 to Hancha. And the men's Elimination Chamber match. The actual elimination order was Miz out first, then Elias, then Cena, then Balor, then Rollins, then Braun. And man won. Hancha, you got 3.
Oh, again, not bad.
You got Miz. You got Elias and Roman to win, obviously.
Yeah.
And I got 1 point. I only got Roman to win. So the final score was me on 3, Hancha on 9. Pretty decisive bumming is what I just received there. Not the best. I'm waiting till Mania though.
That's when you win it back, yeah?
I'm getting the big win at Mania. Me and Roman are going to get the big win.
Yeah.
Me and my boy.
We'll see.
So that's us done. We'll be back in, I think, 2 weeks is Fastlane.
Great.
Not too sure.
Oh, wait.
So Hancha, take it up with some wise words.
Oh, come on. Okay, never bet against Roman. Simple as that.
Never bet. That's a great. There we go. Done. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Follow us on Twitter. The links are in the description and stuff. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, and
do tell them to hit the bell and all that.
Hit the bell. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you stay notified. Now that's it. Bye.
Peace.
The big dog.
What?
The big dog.
Whoa.